Okay, here we go. This is a DJI Mini 4 Pro flight and remote ID discussion. That is, if we can get out of the clouds. And we did eventually get out of the clouds. There it is. Let's get those motors fired up. Here we go. We'll get up about 10 feet and then we'll take it up about 20 feet. Let it find its GPS position. And we're off to the races here. Hopefully. There we go. Gain a little altitude here. Well, hello everybody. I hope you're all doing well. This is a late February flight. Nice day in the 50s for a temperature, much warmer than it should be. So we're up and about and we're headed due south. Now while we're doing this flight, we're going to have a little discussion in a little while on remote ID. But I'm enjoying the scenery too much right now, so here we go. So we're going to fly out and look at that and see what's going on again. Anyway, look at the field here. This farmer has been out in his field and has got it all plowed and ready to go. Looks like it's probably already planted. I think that's neat from the air, how you can see how he did that. Pretty cool. Stuff you wouldn't get to see flat on the ground. You'd have no idea it looked like that. We're going to head out across here, across this walking trail that you see. And there's a train track down there also. May get involved with that a little bit later. We'll have to see. Anyway, we're going to take the Mini 4 Pro out. There's about, not a strong wind at all. It's 5 to 10 miles an hour, maybe a little breezier than that from time to time. But she's flying out with the wind now, so she's making pretty good time. So we'll take it out a little ways and we'll have a little discussion here as soon as I see what I want to see. I'm looking at his field too. He looked like he did a good job, and then it looks like he got drunk in it or something. I'm not sure what the deal is on that. They haven't been planting too much corn down here. They're not getting the price for corn they want, so most of the farmers around here are planting soybeans. Much easier. They don't take as much fertilizer. You can almost throw the things on the ground and they'll grow. So that's what most of the farmers the last couple of years have been planting down here. We're going to head off towards this, I don't know, generator station, you might want to say. Ooh, I see that water tower out there in the distance. I'd like to fly over there sometime. I think I did in a previous video. You guys have to check my videos out and see if you see me going to that water tower. Anyway, we'll just take a short flight out here and come on back. See what there is to see. Want to get in a little discussion on remote ID. DJI with the Mini 4 Pro and a lot of their other drones have put a remote ID update in their firmware. So even though this drone weighs less than 250 grams and technically doesn't need to run remote ID, they have put it in one of their latest firmware updates, and if you're not watching it, it will update it so it does broadcast remote ID. Now, that being said, it should not broadcast remote ID when you're using the 249 gram battery that comes with the Mini 4 Pro. Now, when you go ahead and buy the Extended Plus battery, which pushes the drone just a hair over 250 grams, and that ain't a lot of weight, but that's the limit they've set. When it pushes it over 250 grams, it will automatically sense that battery being in there and it will transmit remote ID. Let's see if we can just jockey to the left here a little bit and avoid this steam. We don't want to take any chance damaging the drone. So we're just right on the edge of it there. How's that for flying? Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, let's get back to the discussion. So, make a turn here. We're going to head on back. If you have a plus battery and you put it in your Mini 4 Pro or Mini 3 Pro, and you have updated your firmware with one of the latest updates, it will transmit remote ID, which transmits not only the drone's location and telemetry, you know, how fast you're flying, direction you're flying, where your drone is at the time, height, distance, everything. It'll transmit that back, and not only that, it transmits the location of the controller or the person using the controller. So anybody can download an app that will scan for drones now and put it on their phone, and therefore be able to tell exactly where you're standing, where you're flying, your distance from your drone, where your drone's located, where you're located. Now, there's a lot of discussion about this, and I'm not going to weigh in one way or the other. I may lean a little bit towards some of the questions that have come up. And I think the biggest one for most flyers is they don't like the idea that anyone with a cell phone can track where they're standing. You know, some of these drones, they cost thousands of dollars, and putting that position out for everyone to see, some people don't feel safe about it, especially if you're in a location where, you know, you're out there by yourself or something like that. And in today's world and society, it's very easy to get robbed, gunpoint, knife point, whatever, beat up, have your stuff taken away from you, or just, you know, threatened. And there was a lot of that going on with people that don't like drones now. So I think that's the main consensus among people that don't like remote ID is they fear for their safety, and they fear it's a little bit of government intrusion in something that is so light, especially the Mini 4 series, you know. One of them falling on your head, 250 grams. It ain't going to kill you, I don't think. It might cause a bump on your head, though. But anyway, I'm sure, you know, nefarious goings-on have been thought about, and that's what the government's taken, or the FAA has taken into account also. So, you know, I'm not weighing in one way or the other, you know, but the discussion should be open that people don't feel very safe when their personal data, you know, where you're at. It's kind of like somebody putting an air tag on your car and knowing exactly where you're driving. Well, if you were doing something wrong, that'd be all right, I guess. I still wouldn't agree with it, but if you're not breaking any laws and you're minding your own business, I don't see where, you know, that's a valid thing to do. But enough on my opinions on that. I just wanted to open that up for discussion and see what you all think about that. Anyway, here we are looking at this field again. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm telling you, some of the stuff you can see from the air, and not very high either, you know. It's just amazing to see. So anyway, we'll fly back over up to the field here that we launched from, and we're flying Thelma Lou today. She's the Mini 4 Pro. She's got two older sisters. She's got the Mini 2 Pro, or the Mini 2 and the Mini 3 Pro, and their names are Peggy Sue for the Mini 2, and that comes from the old Buddy Holly song that he released a long, long time ago. I remember when that song came out, so that tells you about how old I am. And her little bit older sister, Betty Lou, and she got her name, the Mini 3 Pro, from the lady that was dating Barney Fife in the old Andy Griffith show. So there's all my Lou's. Here we go. Look down at this corner. They look like they were all ready to plant too. So anyway, it was a short flight. Caught a little breeze. She likes Thelma Lou likes to get a little breeze up her skirt every once in a while. Her two older sisters are a little bit jealous of her because I've been taking her out on a date flying a little bit more than them recently. And they're not happy about that. They want their share of flight time. So we'll have to go about and get them some airtime here pretty soon. So like I said, it's a February day. You can see things aren't greening up at all. But it's a day when the wind wasn't too bad. Oh, look at there. There's your bonus right there. Look to the left. There it is. That's an Amtrak train, and it's going about 45 miles an hour. And we're going to keep it. We're not going into sport mode and chase her or anything, but we're going to stay in normal mode. So she'll just pull out of the scene here. But there's your train. What more can you ask for? Trains and planes and flying and God's good green nature to look at. This isn't green in this case, but everything his handiwork has done, man. Boy, being a kid at heart, what more could you ask for? Wish I had a penny to put on that train track. Well, would I do that? Maybe when I was a kid, many years ago. 1 or 2 pennies might have found its way onto a railroad track, but who knows? I'm not saying for sure, but I can tell you one thing. They make them big when those pennies come off the track. Oh, they're about the size of a 3-inch circle, some of them 2 inches to 3 inches sometimes. Funny, and sometimes you can still see the face of old Abe Lincoln pressed down in there. Kind of neat looking. Anyway, we're headed back to the takeoff spot. Just thought you guys would enjoy a little discussion and a little airtime here. As you can see, the cedar trees are getting a little more green in them, and that's a little planting of ryegrass right there in the middle of the field there, or at the corner of the field, edge of the field, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to bring her on in. We're going to land her now. We're going to do a precision landing, but she will not find her mark. There goes somebody speeding down the road there. She will not find her mark in this precision landing, that's for sure. So I'll take control. I'm standing too close to the landing pad, and the obstacle avoidance is going to take effect. So it'll be, there she goes. She thinks she's going to land on that spot. She's lowered her camera, but she's way off. So we'll probably take control of it. And yeah, she's way to the right. The wind was blowing just enough to make her miss her spot, but she's close enough. So we'll stop her there. And we'll give her the whoopsie-doopsie here and bring her back and see if we can get close to that spot anyway. Anyway, everybody stay safe out there. Hope you enjoyed this content. We'll get a chance. We'll put some more out there for you again soon. As soon as we can find our landing spot. Hey, go by the golden rule if you can. It's always good to treat others the way you want to be treated. You'll find out that in life you get by pretty good when you do that. Treating others the way you want to be treated. There's that. There he is. Come on, get over there on it. Just doesn't want to land right on it, but we'll see. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. We're going to get there sooner or later. Are you sick yet? There we go. We're landing. Take care. Thanks for watching.